We are bearing an extremely hot August day for you guys to come see the merch and all of the Halloween Horror Night setup and food booths and merch, scare zones, everything. So you're going to get a sneak insider peek before Halloween Horror Nights opens of all of the props, the merch, and everything related to it. So like and subscribe and follow along. This is the Icon Scare Zone. Look how sick. They have the ticket booth here. They have the curtains up with the Halloween Horror Night sign. And obviously, Oddfellow and Jack are going to be greeting you as you walk in. Curious to see what else they're going to have in the Scare Zone, too. Last year, they had the gargoyles on, like, the side stages. I didn't see any stages over there when you come in, like, on the sides in front of Minions. So curious if they're going to be doing that. But definitely we'll have to check it out a little closer and see if anything else pops up. Seems like they're almost ready to go, though, for Horror Nights.
So we're in right when you walk into the park, the first section in the middle. They have the Squawk Stranger Things 5 tower, which is really cool. And then they have the Universal Orlando HHN 35 2026 one. So when you walk in, you see that, which is also cool. And then they have Hellraiser. And this one is really cool and detailed because it has like the chains. And it looks like you're going into the box. They do have a plastic tarp here, so I don't know if that will be removed or if they are keeping that here. But that's Hellraiser. And then they have Ozzy for the Ozzy Osbourne house, which it looks like they are going to have like a sign or something maybe hanging because there's hooks. There's 3 hooks and then there's 2 all the way at the top. But this one's also cool. And then on the other side they have Evil Dead Burn, which I think this one is my favorite because of how detailed it is. And then they have the Sinners one, which the sign is covered up. Sometimes when it's like gory or bloody, they'll cover up the sign. But it's like a guitar. You can't see much of the sign, but what we did see is that they have in the back lights. So maybe the sign will light up or the guitar. So let's go see what other scare zones and new stuff that they put out.
Okay, so houses that we're most excited for. You go first.
I haven't seen Evil Dead Burn because it is a new movie, but I am excited for that one to see how it would be. And then we recently just watched Stranger Things, so probably Stranger Things. I think Ozzy would be my number 1 favorite, though.
So I'm excited for Stranger Things, but I don't know how they're going to do it because there's so many elements that are involved in the season 5. So I'm really curious how they do that. So Stranger Things. Hellraiser, I heard, is going to be extremely gory. So that one, I don't know, might gross me out, honestly. But curious to see how they do that. And then Sinners is cool. I think Sinners is going to be exactly like the one that they did a couple years ago, Darkest Steel. So is it original? Not so much, because I feel like they're picking a same house they kind of have done before, just with vampires and different elements. And then what's the last one that we're missing? I think that's it. I think that's all of them. So top IP houses for me, Hellraiser and Stranger Things.
Yeah. And I would say the top ones for me are probably Evil Dead Burn and Ozzy. Those would be my top 2.
Okay, so here's another prop, Downtown Clown Town.
What is new is the balloons on the bottom right. Those are new. And then the fall looking game with like the milk little jugs that is new. And then
barrels.
yeah, the barrels are also cool.
So that's one of the props. But what we're most excited for, which hasn't been announced yet, is the food. So let's see if we can figure out what this is going to be.
This food booth looks like it's gonna be a Dr. Oddfellow food booth. Looks like zombies and like a Target game, so it might be based off of that.
It's circus themed.
It's circus themed.
And then look at this. Okay, so creepy concoctions and frozen beverages. We have the pina colada, the strawberry supreme, the margarita, the mango passion, and then, of course, your typical beers. So Blue Moon, Dogfish Head, all of those. We have Spellbound, Cabernet, and sodas as well. But these are creepy concoctions. I don't know necessarily if this is for Halloween Horror Nights.
I think it's for fall, maybe fall themed, because if you see the bar is already opened and they are selling those drinks that are on the frozen beverages menu. So it might be a fall thing that they're doing before Halloween Horror Nights.
This is another food booth that actually looks really, really cool. I love the design of like the devil or whatever the heck that is. It looks like the devil, but no idea what it's going to be that's there. And it says, welcome to the show. So obviously these are more like circus themed booths that they have. We're going to check out too where they have like a Sinners food booth because I saw they have a Sinners one and they have all of them themed.
So this looks like it's going to be a Jack food booth because it says Jack Circus Surplus on it. So I feel like that would be some really cool food items. And then over here is Oddfellows. So it might be just like a Jack and Oddfellow kind of. Both of them are themed specifically for Jack and Oddfellow. But we have the stage here with the like pillars that look like they are cracking. And then on the right over here, it looks like Jack, like a Jack tent.
Okay, so we figured out what scare zones are what. Based on a map, obviously this isn't final, but the one that we're currently in, which is this one in front of the Mummy, this one is supposed to be Downtown Clowntown, which actually makes sense because that sign that we saw coming in said Downtown Clowntown, so hello. But that's going to be Downtown Clowntown. The icon one with Jack and Oddfellow, that's only at the front of the park where you see the Halloween Horror Nights sign. And then Sideshow of Decay is going to be by the Bourne Stunt Show and all of that area over there by Mel's Diner. And then there's going to be Fort Nightmares, which is... It looks like it's kind of in front of where the parade comes out for like Mardi Gras and like the alley over there. But yeah, those are the scare zones. So we'll walk around, but this is Downtown Clowntown.
So this is another one of those stages. It looks like a carnival game because there is like little like bear prizes and stuff. And then again, the canisters, and it looks like maybe there's gonna be faces inside or bodies inside because there's like something poking through, and then like carnival food.
This is going to be the tribute store, which you could see they're already building it, and it has the little ticket stand there too, which is pretty cool. So this should be interesting to see once it actually opens, how it looks like.
And over here too by the tribute store, there is a scare actor trigger button. So I think they're gonna have a scare actor here. And then in this booth also, like ticket booth, they do still have Looks like rope. So they might be hanging a sign. Pass holders also get on the 25th a preview. So a few days before HHN starts, we get a preview for that. And then here is the clown, which is pretty cool. Now this is another big prop. There might be somebody in it during Halloween Horror Nights. Pop out,
I
yeah.
don't know. But it's Dr. Oddfellow's Grand Carnival. So even though this isn't really an icon, technically the icon scare zone, obviously this has a lot of Jack and Oddfellow. So I think Athena was right how the carnival at the front, like the sideshow, the stage is going to have maybe both of them on it.
Like a little show.
This is pretty cool. And then I wonder what they're going to do down here. Usually they'll have a food stand. I wonder what they're going to do down here. Usually they'll have like a food stand in the alley over here, but I don't see any props. This is another one. This is another prop that they have, which is like a carnival game, which is pretty cool. I'm excited that it's going to be clowns. Oh, and look, here's the Blues Brothers coming through. That's so cool. All right, and then this is the sign exiting downtown Clowntown with the balloons and everything attached. Yep, there you go, downtown Clowntown. All right, let's check out the other ones that they have now.
So this we've heard is a Terrifier like stage experience kind of thing, which is the Christmas scene in the third movie, which is actually really cool because last time they had him just roaming around and you couldn't really see him much because everyone was crowding him.
Yeah, I'm excited that they're going to have an actual stage for him because I feel like he couldn't even be out roaming that often because people would just hoard him as soon as he would come out. So this is going to be great, but I already know this is going to have a lot of traction in this area over here with him. And then they have a van over here. I'm assuming this is a Halloween Horror Night prop. Ooh. The construction hat. There's some food, some bloody glasses. Ooh, look at that. Some food wrappers. All right, that's cool. This is the new shirt that they have. So it shows Sinners, Stranger Things 5, Stranger Things 5, Ozzy Osbourne, Jack and Oddfellow, Evil Burn, Alien Abduction, Madlands, Blood and Guts. So this is the new shirt. We told you we're going to show you guys all of the merch.
So this is also very new. It looks like circus tents. It doesn't look like, yeah, with numbers, it doesn't look like a food booth or anything. Maybe they just want the restaurant in theme so it doesn't look so out of place. But that's definitely new.
This is going to be where they had last year the DJ booth with the dancers and everything. You could totally see it. They have the stages set up, the 2 stages, or sorry, 3. I'm sure they have 4 because they have one on the other side, but this is going to be Club Horror. So this is exciting. I actually love the addition to this. I wish they added more tables because I felt like, there was this walkway area for everyone to get to, but there weren't that many tables and like seating areas for people to just hang out and watch the show and listen to music. Okay, so we are in between Diagon Alley and Men in Black, where they have usually the food booth stands. They have a Stranger Things one and then a Meets. Look, I'll show you guys. I hope it's good, whatever they have here. Last year they had, I forgot what they had, but they had that whole side area set up with like a barbecue and things like that. So I'm assuming they're probably going to do the same thing. And then this is going to be Stranger Things, Treats from the Upside Down, which is really cool. I love the theming. I'm really excited. I can't wait for them to announce the food that they're going to have because I think that's what honestly, that's what we all love and look forward to, is trying the different things that they have for Horror Nights. Already walked by where they have Fear Factor Live. That's where they used to have it. Obviously, that's going to be where the Nightmare Fuel show is. Nightmare Fuel this year is going to be vampires. Honestly, yeah, vampire theme. Honestly, I'm really hoping that they change it up, because I feel like every year it's just been the same thing year after year. So obviously I want the pyrotechnics and the dancing and all that stuff, but I hope they just change it up somehow and have like a new act or something like that to present, because it feels a little redundant year after year. Feel bad for Athena because it is a hot August day. We're here. We try to come in the morning, but if anybody knows me, I'm always late to everything. So it is a hot August day and we are sweating, and poor Athena, she has to go to work after this. So good luck to you. Look at that Hellraiser food booth. Or food truck, I should say. And they have the chains and everything. That's going to be pretty cool. And there's Pinhead. Athena came up with a good point. This is obviously where they have food stands also, but it's going to be Dia de los Muertos themed, so the Day of the Dead, because look at the flowers. They have the marigolds in the back over there. So curious what they're going to have. I'm sure they're going to have the walking taco or some type of version of that. Birria. I hope they have a lote, because that is our ish. But yeah, this is going to be one of the other stands, but no secrets revealed yet. The signs are completely blank. And look, there's the marigolds and the flowers. Oh, and the skulls. Yeah, the sugar skulls. Right. And the favorite haunted house we are so looking forward to is E.T. Adventure. So this, I think, is going to be Fort Nightmares. We don't see a stage like how they did with the Cat Lady of Crooked Lane. Oh, here it is.
This is supposed to be the bus that in the game you drop out of. So we've heard it's supposed to be themed as the bus. And then when you walk in, you see over here there's like a kind of like a mini stage with a tentacle. Looks like it's from the game. And then maybe a scare actor in there. With all the lights and stuff.
I'm curious to see how they're going to do this. Me, myself, personally, I haven't played Fortnite, so I don't know really what the gist of it is. But from the looks of it, I don't know if this is necessarily going to be scary. It seems like from the images, it's going to be more like funny, like game related, obviously. But, which is kind of nice, because if there's any kids that go to the events, it's a way for them to avoid the scare zone. That's not going to be as scary as the normal ones that they have. And look, we're over here at Club Juke. Okay, so this is going to be the Sinners food booth, obviously, because it says Club Juke on it. Curious what they're going to have. If they have cornbread or any type of southern food, oh yeah, I'm game. Oh yep, look, there it is, Sinners. Exciting, but this is another food booth.
And then also, too, you see in the back they have fryers. It looks like, so maybe a fried type of food here.
Here's Mel's Drive-In, which is soon to be Mel's Die-In. I don't know. I don't think I've heard word of what they're going to do here. If they're going to do the zombies again on the roller skates, which is really, really cool. But hopefully they do something like that. And now we're entering I think this is Circus of Decay, we said.
Yes.
All right, so here's Circus of Decay. I'm going to go through this one really quick because there's a lot of props to look at. Undoubtedly Dead. That's cool. The props are actually really cool at this one. Oh my god, look at that creepy guy up top. No, thank you. Oh my god, the baby faces. No! Very cool. Here's some more props. Some dead old pieces and costumes. Okay, so merch. So Athena's going to be our model. We have Evil Dead Burn. Nothing on the back, yeah. But there's an Evil Dead Burn shirt and a cute little hat to go with it. And let's see what else they have. That is Evil Dead Burn also. So just a little side. They have the little Evil Dead Burn on the side of it. This is the new cup. Athena, can you show us the tumbler cup?
So there's Chance, and you would know that guy, right?
I don't know. Jack.
Eddie, which is Jack's brother.
Uh-huh.
Jack.
Huh. Very cool. Cups are $28 plus tax.
And then they also have the mug.
How much are the mugs?
The mug is
$20. How much were those shirts too? Let's go back to the shirts to see what the prices are. Prices $35.
this one was 30.
$30. What's the hat?
The hat is also
30. All right. Let's see. This is the jacket, which is the same as the shirt that we saw. The jacket is $65. Okay. Yep, same like the shirt. That one's cool. Athena, show us that one. That one's a cool shirt. And that one is how much?
It is 35.
35 for that. And then they have like the ornaments that they have. They have the carousel with all of the displays that you can get for each house, which is right here. So they have the Jack and Oddfellow, obviously. They have Evil Dead Burn, Fortnightmares, and then that. I don't see the Aussie one. Maybe we're missing that. There's Fortnite merch here. This is the Fortnightmares shirt for $30. It glows in the dark. And then Stranger Things. Hellfire Lives.
Probably my favorite shirt that they have here.
Yeah, shirt's $35. And how much is the cup, Athena? That's a nice glass.
It's 15.
That's not bad. That's only 15, and it's a nice, really like glass, sturdy cup. They have the mugs. They have the dioramas for the carousel. Here's Sinners right here. Sinner shirt. Let's see how much it is. $30. Club Juke. The cup is also 15. Let's see what else they have. Here's the Aussie merch. That's a cool shirt. 30 as well. That's a really cool shirt. And then here you go. Here's the Aussie diorama or the carousel. Same shirt. And let's see if there's anything else. Oh, here's more Aussie merch. Oh, look at that that jacket. Kind of beat up. That's cool. $65 for that sweater. I don't know if that's worth it, but you do you, boo-boo. A journal. 16. Not too bad. And I think there's an Aussie shirt there. Oh, look at that one. All right, that one's sick. That one reminds me of the Insidious shirt with the red background. That one's 35. I think that one's worth it for sure. They have the cups too, which I can't really get by, but they have the glass cups that are 15 as well. And then this is Hellraiser. Hellraiser, 30. All of the shirts are 30. All of the cups are 15. They have like the pendants. The ornaments are pretty pricey. They're $22. That's cool. And hold on. There's the Hellraiser shirt. Stickers and the diorama. And then...
Now this one's really cool because it's Jack on the front. And then on the back,
oh,
Oddfellow.
Is that one 65 also?
Also, yeah, 60.
60. Okay. That one's not that bad. And then Infernal Circus. And here are the lights, like the necklaces, the magnets. They have cool signs on the bottom over there too. And then the same thing. So really cool. Yeah, that's all of the merch. That's all of the merch that they have so far. Obviously, as we get closer, they're probably going to come out with more merch, obviously. But I mean, a pretty nice start. I think what's worth it, I don't know if that, like the jackets, the hoodie, that's $65. That's worth it. But the sweaters, I don't know if those are necessarily worth it for $60 or $65. That Jack and Oddfellow one, though, yes. Maybe if it was like $45, I would get it. But $65 for a sweater, Let me show you real quick also the rest of the Scare Zone before we bounce out. There's Circus of Decay. And then here, I'll show you really quick these two props. Flesh-eating plants. That's unique. Okay, and then the Mystery Machine I don't think is going to be here during Horror Nights. Ooh, and then a tiger. The Man-Eater. That's going to be a cool one.
Thanks for hanging out with us. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe to Theme Park Vibe and follow along so you don't miss what's coming next. Turn on those notifications because we'll be bringing you all things Halloween Horror Nights all season long. New houses, scare zones, food, merch, tips, and everything you need to know. Thanks for watching and we'll see you in the parks.
Bye, people.